Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Today is October 12th, Tuesday afternoon in Eastern Washington. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing all right. And the second day of work week, my day at work went on just fine today. And today I'm just driving around the neighborhood. No reviews or whatsoever. Just relaxing in this cool, actually cold weather fall. 57 degrees something. I'm just glad that the wind is not blowing as much as it did a couple of days ago. Especially with this cold weather. Cold wind and cold weather combination is just not good. Riding PEVs, electric skateboard, electric scooter, electric bike, whatsoever. Unless you have goggles on with you, then it's not so bad. But you won't be crying as much because of the cold wind. These white stripes in the road, those things look sketchy to me. Maybe not so much for electric bikes and electric scooters, but for electric skateboards, especially with urethane wheels or cloud wheels, I'm not so sure if those are safe riding or running over those things. Yeah, try to avoid them as much as. Same thing with those yellow strips, those yellow rumble strips in the walkways. I would try to avoid running them over with electric skateboard. Electric scooter, electric bike, I don't worry so much because of the thread of the air tires, but with the polyurethane and cloud wheels, they're definitely sketchy running over them. So I was watching some YouTube videos about purposes of your YouTube channel, and it's there's actually two purposes, two main purposes of the YouTube channel. One is entertainment, and the other one is educational. You either pick, are you going to be doing entertainment or doing educational videos or educational channel? So, it made me ponder, like, are you limited to those two options, or can you be both, entertainment and educational channel? In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think that you can be both, actually. Of course, you can focus on entertainment and also educational videos, but I think that educational videos can also be entertaining in its own merit. I know I said earlier in the video that this is just going to be a cruising around the neighborhood video, nothing specific, but since I already started talking about the video I watched earlier in the YouTube, I also what I talk about right now is electric scooters. Since I'm riding electric scooters, let's focus on electric scooters for now, on the subject of electric scooters. So what are electric scooters? Let's start with that. The what's, the whys, the who, and maybe the when. So let's start with what is electric scooter, because I know there's a lot of people in my channel that subscribe are maybe scratching their heads or are kind of confused, like, what is this guy riding? What is he riding? What are these things that he's riding? Electric bike, electric scooters, electric skateboard. So, since we're on the subject of electric scooters, what is an electric scooter? So if you guys are familiar with scooters, this two-wheel thing that kids ride. They have a stem, and they have a handlebar, and then two wheels and a deck, and then they kick push the scooters to get from point A to point B. And some of them actually take their scooters in the park. So it's kind of like the same thing. The only difference is that, well, not the only difference. There's a lot of differences, which is it has a electric motor, electric batteries, electric speed control that is integrated in the handlebar. It's not wireless like the electric skateboard, so it is wired. And the handlebar cockpit right there, sometimes it has a display, or oftentimes it has a display, but the early generation electric scooters, they don't really have a display. It's just until recently that they started putting display. So it has a speedometer and a battery gauge. So that's what an electric scooter is. It has a braking system, it has an accelerator. You charge it, it's battery powered. A decade ago or 2 decades ago, they also have gas powered scooters. So it's kind of like those scooters, except that it's powered by electricity. So electric scooters are scooters with motors and electric components and battery. That's what an electric scooter is. So why an electric scooter? Why buy an electric scooter? Why do people buy electric scooter? I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but there's many reasons. One of them is recreational purposes, such as one of my reasons. I buy them for the purpose of doing recreation, going out in the neighborhood, running around the neighborhood and having fun. This is my concept of fun. This is my idea of fun. It gives me a sense of freedom, a sense of I'm trying not to sound too cheesy or cringy here, but yeah, it does gives you this sense of freedom, being out there, doing something tangible, holding something and propelling, yourself in the streets from one place to another on various amount of speed. It's much like riding a bicycle, around the neighborhood or around the trail. But the difference is that it has this electronic motor component that it's unique in this time, in our time. So that is the reason why I buy an electric scooter. Now, for practical reason, because I said it's a recreational thing for me, but for practical reason, some people buy electric scooters because it is their means of transportation, especially in bigger cities where people are tired of paying bus commuting in the bus or subway. In bigger cities, they go from their apartments or homes to their workplace by means of scooter. And most of the time, those are just short distances that they go. Those are the practical reasons. Or, they carpool. Some people carpool and they carry their electric scooters with them, and then it's their last minute means of transportation. or they go ride the subway. So I mean, I'm kind of talking more about New York setting, I guess. And I don't really know that for sure because that's just my hypothesis. And it's the same thing with like maybe San Francisco, LA, Chicago, or all of those bigger cities. That's what they do with practical uh, application of electric scooters. The same thing with Europe. That's what they use the electric scooters for. And the shared public share scooters. They use it for exploring the cities. But unfortunately, a lot of these people in Europe, even including in United States, they don't appreciate the scooters. They think of it as a menace to the society. So they sometimes either vandalize them, destroy them, put them in a trash can, or throw them away in the river banks and whatnot. It's a very sad thing for the environment. So we talk about the what's, the why. So recreational purposes, um, practical uses, means of transportation. Um, in the Philippines, I saw some police officers with electric scooters. I don't know what city they were used, but there were some police officers in Philippines that were riding a dual-tron even. Imagine that, dual-tron, high-powered scooters. That's amazing. So who is it for? Who is the electric scooter for? There's different kinds of electric scooters. There are adult electric scooters. Of course, the name implies for adults. And also kids electric scooters are ranging from, I would say, starting at 8 or 7, all the way to teenage years. Yeah, it's for everybody. And when you say adult, 21 years old and above, the able-bodied individuals that can still manage to ride electric scooters. So that is who is it for. And when is the perfect time to be riding electric scooter? Well, for practical reasons, it's every day, I guess. But for recreational purposes, I would say whenever you can is the best time. The when is the answer. That whenever you can have the time to go out and do something tangible besides binging on TV shows or playing video games. While it's warm or not too cold, that's the when. That is the when for that question. The question when. That's the answer to that question when. So that's all I have for you guys for the subject of impromptu subject of the what, the why, the who, and the when of electric scooter. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found some value in this video. And if I earn your like, consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you guys watching. Please visit my channel as often as you like. And thank you guys so much for your support. To to all those people who subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next. Peace.